What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the video, and this is going to be another day of eating. My last day of eating video went pretty well. Got a lot of good feedback, so I thought I was going to do the same thing in this video. Only difference will be this is not a gym day, so my macros will be a little bit different. I will put them on the screen right up here. And just like last time, while I eat my meals, I will address one common nutrition myth or question that I get all the time to try to help you guys out. I'm not going to address the same ones as last time, obviously. I will address 4 different ones. So let's get the video started, and I will see you guys in meal 1. So meal 1, if you hear a noise in the background, the dishwasher's running. So this is the 1-carb waffle. Here you can see it. And all that is in this, it's a serving of birthday cake whey protein, 8 grams of baking powder, and an egg, as well as 70 grams of banana. And it does not taste like it has very little carbs. Now I call it the 1-carb waffle. Obviously the banana has more than 1 carb. You can get rid of the banana, it still tastes very good, a little less moist. But this is the 1-carb waffle recipe that I saw on other people's YouTube channel. I think Amanda Bucci started it. I don't need to have 1 carb, so I added some banana to add a little bit more moisture to it. My last day of eating video, I did not have this. This is different because, like I said in the beginning of the video, I have an off day from the gym today, so my macros are a little bit different. I have less carbs, more protein, more fat, which will lead me to the first question slash topic that I want to address. A lot of people ask me, should I eat less calories on should I eat less calories on off days than I eat on training days? And although I technically do, what's that saying? Do as I say, not do as I say. What's that saying? Like, do as I say, not what I do. I recommend you do not eat different amount of calories on your training days and off days. I personally do it, but I don't really want to get into too much detail as to why I do it. But for the most part, you are going to be growing your muscle when you're recovering from the gym, which is the days that you're not even in the gym. So it's not a good idea to reduce calories when your body's trying to recover. Just because you're not in the gym doesn't mean you're not still trying to build muscle. In my situation, again, I don't want to elaborate too much, but I'm not really trying to gain weight. I'm trying to maintain weight, and I've experimented with different amount of macros, and I found that lower carbs on my off days seems to help me maintain my physique a little bit better than when I have more carbs on days that I'm not really burning them. But for the most part, if you're trying to gain muscle, I do recommend you eat the same calories every day. If you're cutting, I still recommend you eat the same calories every day. If you want, you can try to experiment with less calories on off days, but like I said, I wouldn't do it. I personally have never done it in the past when I was trying to gain muscle, because like I said, you're gaining muscle when you're not just when you're in the gym, but when you're recovering in your days between the gym. So you still want to give your body the same amount of calories on those days. So I'm going to finish this birthday cake waffle. I have to say, this is amazing. You should definitely try it. The birthday cake whey just makes this great. I'm going to finish eating this, and I will see you guys in the next meal. Alright guys, meal number 2. I apologize for those of you who've seen my other day of eating videos. This meal has been a staple of mine. What we have is 6 whole eggs, some tomato, spinach, 10 grams of reduced fat cheese, Colby Jack, and this is Nature's Harvest 40-calorie bread. So like I said, this has been a staple in my diet, so I'm sorry if you guys are getting bored of watching me eat it, but I'm actually not getting bored of eating it, so I'm going to keep eating it. What we also have here is a Chick-fil-A cup of coffee, but inside the Chick-fil-A cup is McDonald's coffee that I made myself. I think this might be illegal, but Chick-fil-A makes good cups and McDonald's makes good coffee, so combine the two. That's what we got here. So, it's actually funny because Chick-fil-A just opened up, and right next door to Chick-fil-A, Starbucks drive-thru is opening right now. And the funny thing is I actually prefer Chick-fil-A coffee over Starbucks coffee. So if I wanted to go through a drive-thru just for coffee, I would still go to Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A can do everything. What's next? I mean, they got chicken, they got coffee, next to milkshakes maybe. Anyway, I'm gonna eat this tomato. The topic I want to address in this meal is hitting plateaus, whether you're trying to gain weight or lose weight. And let me just take a bite of the meal so you guys believe me that I'm eating it. So a lot of times people will message me telling me that they've been trying to bulk up and they've hit a sticking point and they can't gain any more weight. What should I do? Should I change my routine? And it's actually a very simple solution. If you're bulking up and you're not gaining weight, it's because you're simply not eating enough calories. And let me just take a bite. So like I said, if you're bulking up and you're not gaining weight, it's because you're not eating enough calories. Now, I understand the calories you were eating were enough to gain weight initially, but as you gain weight, your body needs more calories to continue gaining weight, so you simply need to eat more. If you think you already eat a lot, you need to eat more. So that's if you're bulking. If you're cutting, it's the opposite. If you hit a sticking point, you simply need to eat less calories. So it's as simple as that. If your body's not losing weight, you're simply not in a caloric deficit. You need to create a larger caloric deficit by A, either eating less calories, or B, doing burning more calories by doing maybe more cardio, or C, you could do a combination of both of those. So I mean, it's really as simple as that. I mean, conceptually it's simple, maybe sticking to the plan, force feeding yourself more if you're bulking, restricting calories more if you're cutting. That's the difficult part. But in terms of what needs to be done to break through that plateau, that's really all there is to it. There's no magic pill, no magic routine. You either need to eat more or eat less. So that's the tip in this meal. I'm gonna finish this and I will see you guys in the next meal. What's up guys? So time for the next meal. I just showed it to you guys, cookies and cream Quest bar. This is the poverty brownie. I'll go over that in a second. 35 grams of almonds, and I put it on top of these 2 rice cakes just to hold it. I believe this is very similar, if not almost identical, to a meal I've had before. So let me just explain a little bit. The poverty brownie is kind of similar to the 1-carb waffle that wasn't really 1 carb for breakfast. But all it is a serving of chocolate whey, a serving of unsweetened Hershey cocoa, 8 grams of baking powder. You mix it up with like 80 grams of water, microwave it for a minute, comes out like a brownie. So what I wanted to address in this meal, I'm gonna hit you guys with 2 things, 2 pieces of advice. The first is for you guys who have trouble getting in enough calories. If you're trying to gain weight and you just can't get enough calories, what I recommend you do is kind of make a shake. And in that shake, add some ingredients that have a lot of calories but don't really add any volume to the shake. For example, maybe you want to mix up some protein. You could add olive oil or peanut butter. Olive oil especially, it has a lot of calories, but if you add enough ingredients, like if you're adding yogurt, you have oats, banana, protein, you're not going to taste the olive oil and it's going to add a decent amount of calories. So I recommend sneaking in those like tricky calories to add calories to your diet. If you're really struggling with an appetite, but you need to eat more to gain weight, because like in the last clip, you're trying to gain weight, you hit that plateau, and you're just not gaining weight. Like I said, you do need to eat more, but if you're having trouble eating more, trying to sneak in calories like that in a shake is a good way to do it. Let's switch it around. This part really applies to me with stuff like the poverty brownie. Maybe you're on lower calories or you have no appetite problems at all. In fact, the opposite. You actually want to eat more without eating more calories. When it comes to that, I do recommend stuff like the poverty brownie. This thing has like 150 calories. All it is protein really for the most part, and it's actually pretty filling. The waffle that I made this morning, you could have done the same thing, but without the banana. It would have had very low calories, but it fills you up a decent amount for what you're eating. I recommend having a lot of vegetables, salad, all things that you could do that are low in calories but high in volume. That's really the key to feeling fuller but still being on lower calories. Then I always recommend stuff like black coffee to keep you full. You could have diet soda. Anything you could do to keep you full without having more calories, that's what I would recommend if you're really struggling with appetite and you're trying to lose weight. So it's kind of funny because when you're bulking, you're force feeding food, then you're cutting and you're trying to figure out a way to trick yourself into thinking you're eating more. You can never win. Both situations are kind of annoying, but that's what we deal with when we're trying to gain or lose weight, unfortunately. So I'm going to eat the poverty brownie, the almonds, the Quest bar, and the Rice Krispie treat, I wish, the rice cakes, and I will see you guys in the final meal of the day. And I just want to show you guys the brownie, what it looks like on the inside. So this is pretty impressive for only whey protein, baking powder, and Hershey cocoa. And like I said, it's pretty filling for what it is. Obviously not a regular brownie, but for what it is, it's good. Alright guys, so it's time for the last meal, and I know what you're thinking, and I'm thinking the same thing too. I'm upset that this video is almost over, but the good news is there will be plenty more videos to come. So, the last meal what I'm having is currently being heated up in the microwave and toaster, but I thought I would show you guys what the ingredients actually are that I'll be using. So this meal is the same that I've been having in previous videos. It's a salmon burger, a chili lime chicken burger from Trader Joe's, broccoli, and the buns I'm using are Martin's potato buns. Also having a salad, but I'm going to show you the ingredients, then I'll show you the meal at the end. So this is the bun that I use. These are the chicken burgers. This is some feta cheese that I use from Trader Joe's that I put on top of the salad. Here are the buns in the oven, the toaster that I will start heating up. And there we go, the burgers in the microwave also being heated up. Additionally, on top of the burger, the chicken burger, I will be putting some of this honey mustard on. It only has like one, you can't be able to see it, but it has 1 carb for 5 grams. I use 5 grams. And I showed this in the last video, Skinny Girl barbecue sauce. This stuff is pretty good. It has like virtually no calories. 26 grams is 1 carb. Sorry it's not focusing. 26 grams is 1 carb. I only have 10 grams, so it's like half a carb. So I'm gonna put this all together and I'll be with you in a sec. And there's the salad, feta cheese, and there is full fat ranch dressing. Here is a chili lime burger with the sauces and the honey mustard I showed you. Plain salmon burger, broccoli, and I will be having this other bun with this peanut butter on that when I am done. Okay, so we got the burgers, like I said. On the chicken burger, what I like to do, I take some of the lettuce from the salad, lay it on top, and it's a nice little chicken sandwich. But before I eat this, I will address the last question / topic of the video. And I think it's going to be the most common question I get, which I don't like to answer, but I'm going to do it now. And people ask me, what foods do I recommend? And I'll never give a specific answer because I don't like to tell people what foods I eat because I don't want people to think there are magic foods that you need to eat. As you guys know, I follow a flexible dieting lifestyle, but any of the foods that you saw me eat today, I don't think you would classify any of them as unhealthy foods. They're all pretty healthy foods. So just because you don't follow a bro diet and you have a flexible dieting lifestyle, yes, you fit foods in that can hit your macros, but you also eat mostly clean, typical healthy foods. You just don't see people post pictures about those on Instagram. Because would it really be that interesting if I put this salad on Instagram? I mean, it's not that interesting to look at. This piece of broccoli, it's not that interesting to look at. But if I was eating pancakes covered in like syrup and I could lose weight on that, that gets people's attention. So the people who follow a flexible dieting lifestyle like myself, we still eat mostly healthy foods. And the reason I don't like to give advice on what foods to eat is because then people will eat exactly what I eat, and I don't think that's a good idea. So I'm not going to tell you exactly what foods to eat. What I'm going to do though, at the very end of the video, I'm going to put up a little macro cheat sheet, which is going to list foods under protein, carbs, and fats, which are basically going to cover, if you're struggling to find a source of carb, protein, fat, it's going to cover basically any food that you could possibly think of if you're really having trouble finding foods. But otherwise, you see what I eat. These are what I eat on a basically daily basis. I will fit in other non-traditional foods as well. So you could eat this if you want, you could eat other foods as well, but definitely stay around, look at the end of the video, look at the cheat sheet if you're really struggling to find protein, carb, or fat sources, because it really goes through everything on there. So that's going to conclude this video. I hope you guys found it helpful. If you like these day of eating videos, they're a little bit longer, but let me know and I can continue doing them. I just feel like I'm eating very similar foods and it's kind of going to get boring, but this food's getting cold. That's what happens when you film these videos about food. I'm going to finish it. And I think that's it. So do me a favor, hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you have not subscribed yet, and I will see you guys in the next video.